Are you still using push to talk?
Yeah.
Just... It's like, I haven't heard from you in a while. Just check you're still there. I haven't sent you to sleep.
No, I was paying attention.
Excellent.
Enough waiting around.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
For optimal chance of survival, stay in range of my barriers.
So, my instinct here is play close to Orisa. Play close to her shield. But also at the same time, you don't want to be so close that if she takes a step back, suddenly you're in front of her. So about this distance, maybe slightly closer the whole time. Just stick with your Orisa. With your Orisa, go closer to your Orisa. You can shoot nade him, you were too late on the nade. Remember, sleep and then nade. Because you've got an opportunity to nade a target, so do. There you go. Barrier destroyed. Nade in, nade in, nade in, nade in. Nade, 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 nade. And just continue pocketing your Orisa, and you can throw in a nade on any target you want to. Bit far. And get ready to shoot the brig. Move in, move in, move in. Go, 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 go. Don't line of sight your team. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Move to the right so that you can see what they have. You want to be seeing slightly in front of your tank so you know what they're going to be aiming for. Move around the left. Left side, left side, left side. Look at what they... There you go. Get info, get info. Get ready to sleep the Rhine. Nade in, nade in, nade in, nade in. And continue moving forwards. Keep sight lines so that you can see things. Nade in. Shoot nade. Nice and easy. Very smooth first point take on Blizzard World. And now you're probably going to be staying on payload. There is very, very little reason for you not to be on payload. So just stand on payload almost all the time. The payload also passively heals you, which is really good for Ana because she has no self-heal. So if you take any chip damage, you can just heal it up. But make sure that you're... Remember, you can still move your positioning left and right to change your angles quite significantly. So here's a good example. Because you're close to a corner, moving left and right has a massive effect on your sight lines. As you get closer to that corner, moving left and right has a massive, massive effect on your sight lines. Which means that you are quite happy to stand on payload near corners because you can just move to the left or right hand side of the payload. And you still get all the sight lines you need. And stay on payload. Payload is also a good source of natural cover. That's good. You disengage suitably. Shoot a nade. Nope, that was just a nade and you missed the nade. Don't front line. But yeah, she's behind you, so just focus on your Orisa. Focus on your Orisa. And get ready to nade the ground near you to anti the brig. Nade the ground so you anti yourself and the brig. Well, heal yourself, anti the brig. And then you can reload. Naden, when you get it. And you can sleep that Genji quite easily. Never mind.
Or not.
You can win this fight still. Just focus on your Orisa. Just focus on your Orisa. Nade if you have to. And disengage. You can throw a nade in as a deterrent to prevent them pushing. And you might also find that... I mean, there's no reason not to nade, basically. If it's a situation like that. And just nade in as well. It gives you info as well, because when it hits a target, it shows you what their health is. Yeah, your Hog's currently flanking, so not really where you want to be. Nades in. You can nano your Hog if you want to. See, that's the problem now, is that he's rotated, but you now have to make a rotation where you're basically walking in front of the enemy, who might just shatter you right now.
I cannot believe I survived that, holy crap.
You got very, very lucky there. In 90% of circumstances, well, almost 100 in like diamond or above, you would have been instantly killed. It's just because it's quick play. And what you saw there is that if you... It was in a different video that I spoke about the concept of space. I'm not sure if you saw that one or not. Focus the Rhine. But right now you're ahead of your team. So do keep an eye on that. That some of the time you're staying close to payload but not moving away when your team is moving away. Stay behind your team almost all the time. Partly because it gives you good info. Because if you can see all your teammates, then you know where all your teammates are and what their health is. You want to nade that target. Excellent. And be on payload, be on payload. Nicely done.
Victory.
Better.
Yes, definitely much, much better. Just watch those sight lines, and if someone is flanking like your Hog did, try to avoid going with them. Because you can heal them from the front still. Again, it's about thinking about what your team and their team are looking to do. You know, it's why is he going that way? He's not going to walk all that way and then just come back. So you're thinking, okay, he's going to end up behind them. So wherever anyone is going, think about what they're doing. You know, why is this enemy character moving in this position? Do they have this ultimate? Yes, they do. I haven't seen it in a while. Or no, they only used it recently. Overwatch is a game where you're not just thinking from your perspective, you're thinking from every other player's perspective as well. And the better you can do that, the better you are as a player. I guess that's generally what people... It comes under the umbrella of game sense. You're kind of getting an idea of what they're trying to do and what your team is trying to do.
Traveling to Volskaya Industries.
Never stop fighting for what you believe in.
Prepare your defenses. Select your hero.
So accuracy-wise, I'm aiming for above 60%. I actually watched some... I did watch a quick clip of like some GM on a play, and actually they were only getting 60-65, and I think one of the reasons for that is when Ana used to be able to just heal allies preemptively, you know, that would slightly increase your accuracy stat. Now if you go to heal a target and in that time they heal themselves, or you think that they might need healing, because I do that a lot, I
Never stop
heal a target if I think they might need healing, rather than obsess over the accuracy stat. You know, they might be taking damage in the next few seconds. You know, if they're trying to retreat, I might just be still healing them.
remember this game.
The other thing I'll show you is very simple nades to do. So this isn't like, oh, line up at a specific angle. It's just, if I want the nade to land there, I know that I have to look up a bit and then move about that amount or so. And then I just look and go, let's see where the nade goes. Okay, that one still went slightly short, so I'll just do the same again, but then slightly more. And then that one might nade them as they come in. See? Sleeper target like that, nice and easy kill. And now, I know that I can do that same again, but of course, he decided to charge in, so. So yeah, now that I know it's about that amount. So, no sightline. Sightline, see? I just can move around the corner and just immediately decide when I'm going to see what I want to see. So, there you go, about that. So if they push in, that should get them. Okay. But the thing is, I'm looking at all the nades and where they're going and then just being analytical. Just like, Like, there's not much reason not to throw the nade. Because then you get a feel for it. You get a feel for about how much you have to throw the nade. And you just get better by doing it. You know, just throw it and then it just... So yeah, that was a good one. You know, if they were pushing in, that would have got them all. And then you can, rather than relying on like, oh yeah, stand exactly here and line up with this pixel. So when someone gets pulse bombed, they're going to need some burst healing. I was surprised that caught me. I thought I was out of range of that. But because I was playing at a corner, I could quite easily just dodge that. So there's Zarya's full charge, so... Notice I'm trying to stay out of range of the Tracer. So I missed shots and that's why my Mercy died. So that's the one circumstance where accuracy does matter. I needed to hit that shot on the Mercy and I did not. You know, if I was in competitive, for example, right now, I may not be throwing those nades because I know that I know how long it takes for a Masters GM team to push in. And that's about the amount of time that the cooldown is. Whereas if you're at your rank, you know, Plat Diamond, you can just... You have a greater leeway. Hey, I hit the shots. So, I want to hit this one above the Rhine shield. Just throw out nades on cooldown, just look at what they did. And you, again, it's just developing that muscle memory, that feel for what's the angle I should throw it at. I'm not wasting my sleep on that Tracer because as long as I have that sleep... Okay, is he going to go for it? I'm just going to try and keep my Genji alive. So, I could theoretically go up there, but I'm not going to go too far away from my team because they have Sombra and Tracer. So I'm just going to move slightly around to the left here, and you can see how much my sight lines are affected as I move around this corner. You know, I go here and then go here, so I can throw in an nade and then go back to healing my team. And they're not putting any pressure on me because this is a difficult position for them to push. And putting shots into enemies does give you a bit of volt charge as well. And again, just throwing those nades because I don't really need to have them, like, in the next few seconds. If it was like a critical time and I needed to save the nade, then yes, I wouldn't be throwing those. But as it's like kind of outside of a team fight, so right now they're probably going to go for a grab or a shatter.
Team up for special attack.
You're powered up. Get in there.
And yeah, jumping around just makes the Tracer's job difficult.
I'm on fire.
Something I like to do a lot is just kind of just mini bamboozling. It's just kind of jumping around a corner like this, because they'll be like, oh, she's around the corner, and then just like jumping around, and it's just shooting, not caring about your accuracy stat, putting pressure, being generally annoying and evasive. So right now I could put some shots into the Rhine shield. It's not the biggest advantage in the world.
Just a scratch. You'll be fine.
I want to get a sleep onto that Bastion, to be honest. So... oh, okay, never mind. So I can quite easily put pressure on a Bastion with the Symmetra shield. And again, if I can farm up my ult, I will. If they had a Widow here, I wouldn't do this. If they had a Hanzo, I wouldn't do this. But it's because they have Sombra, Trace, the Bastion. So again, your positioning is informed by what they run. Right now I'm thinking I want to adjust my positioning because I've been playing in the same place the whole time. And landing an anti on a Bastion is big if he's trying to self-heal. But just because it prevents him self-healing, it just applies that pressure. And throwing nades around a corner where they can't see them coming, like... that was unfortunate. That was only my second death, so my positioning's been quite good. And you saw there that my response was shoot nade the target. Obviously he got nanoed after, so that was bad. Our Genji... what we need is someone to stall so that our Genji doesn't have to blade. Never mind, our Genji's going to kill 3 with the blade. That's big. The reason I'm not switching off is because... our Mercy woke up the Tracer. So because I almost had Nano. Nano is an ult that will win us that fight. Hooray! Wait, where's my voice line? What voice do I have? Numpad 7. Oh. I don't have any voice lines equipped. Oh yeah, maybe. Shadow Dragon with the clutch Dragon Blade at the end. Oh no, it was the one where I nanoed him. Pretty good. Mid diamond maybe? Ah, private profile.